Hi all, this is your wise loser, keen to answer your queries under the You Ask, We Connect campaign. This query has come in from a woman entrepreneur. Her name is Akshata Nikam. Akshata is an interior designer by profession and she owns a company by the name AB Nikam Interior Designers. You may also visit their website abnikaminteriordesigners.com. Akshata had a query, and her query was, what would be the impact in the interiors business post the lockdown? Thanks a lot, Akshata, for your query. I have divided the answer for your query under two heads. First head is, what are the likely changes in the customer's behavior post lockdown? And the second, what are the various best practices couple of successful architects have been following in their business? So if I were to take the first head, what are the likely changes that are expected in the customer's behavior when they would be evaluating, renovating their home? Akshata, post lockdown, I foresee two major changes in the customer's behavior, or if I may say, in the customer's buying pattern, and that being space conscious and health conscious. Post lockdown, two things would happen. Either people will settle for smaller houses, or people may get together, or the family may get together, and from a nuclear family it might change into a joint family. In both the cases, space is going to be the most crucial factor. An interior designer who has a mastery in managing space will definitely have an edge over the others. And the second, health. Post lockdown, all of us, and your customers are not an exception, all of us are going to be health conscious. Anything and everything that positively impacts the health of the family will always be given due importance. So it is very important that an interior designer comes out with a lot of innovative solutions that would appeal the buyer on the health front. And if you are one of those interior designers who attain mastery in space management and come out with innovative options and solutions that would impact the health of the family positively, you will have an edge over others. So try and see what is that you can do on that front. And the second head being, what are the best practices successful architects and interior designers have been following in their business that have made them successful? While I was doing a lot of research to answer your query appropriately, I came across a few best practices which I wish to share with you. Best practice number one, successful architects have democratized their business. What does it mean? It means they have ensured that their business is affordable by all. As a result, they have opted to spread their business across various segments. Because India is a country of volumes. India understands the language of good product coming in small packets. So best practice number one, successful architects have democratized their business. They have ensured that they are available across various cities and towns and spread their reach. As a result, they have a spread of projects which minimizes their risk. The second best practice that they have followed has been managing cost. They have done anything and everything that was possible to manage cost. One of the things that I came to know was when they take up a project, they order woods in fixed sizes, the size as required by the client. Normally, a contractor orders for a huge slab of a wood, and then that gets used, and in that method there is a probability of a large portion of wood getting wasted, which definitely escalates onto the cost. So when you order fixed size of wood, you are optimally using the wood, and in spite of using it optimally, even if some portions were to remain, it gets used innovatively to add on to the beauty of the interiors. So it gets used in some other requirement. So second was cost management. So it gets used elsewhere, which minimizes the cost and maximizes the utilization. So the second best practice was cost management. The third being successful architects took a very bold decision to set up their own manufacturing units. It was an easy way out to outsource projects, thereby not increase the cost within. However, the major demerit of that model in the interiors business was outsourcing of the job increased a dependency on the vendors, which invariably adversely affected the delivery time. It affected the deadline. And vendors not being in your control, there was nothing much that one could do. So a lot of successful architects took a bold decision to set up their own in-house manufacturing unit, whereby they could maximize the time, they could optimally utilize their time and cater to more projects in the same given time. So they could execute more projects in the same given time. The best thing that happened by having an in-house manufacturing unit was they could attain control on the deadline. They could manage the project more efficiently. The fourth being, a lot of architects and interior designers realized being a professional and being an entrepreneur are two different things. While they were good in their domain, they somehow realized the need to upgrade themselves on the business management front. So they realized being an entrepreneur and being an interior designer are two different things. So they submitted themselves, they enrolled themselves, they surrendered themselves towards learning and development. So they acquired a lot of acumen that is required to build an organization as an entrepreneur. They realized the importance of setting up systems and processes in the company. They acquired the skill to set up the systems and processes in the company. As a result, business was on an auto mode and execution of the projects was done by attaining a great amount of professionalism. So the fourth best practice was submitting self for learning and development. So if you were to democratize your business, manage cost, evaluate the option of having in-house manufacturing unit, and invest on learning and development in terms of coaching and acquire entrepreneur skills to build an organization, would go a long way towards benefiting your business. So if you were to work on space management and come out with innovative solutions related to health, thereby satisfy the customer's expectations from an interior designer, if you were to follow these four best practices, that being of democratization of your business, managing cost, having your own independent manufacturing unit, and building up the skills in you to enhance your entrepreneur acumen, I'm sure it should come to your rescue and maximize your performance. So these are the possible things that you can do post lockdown, and I'm sure life will be better. Thanks once again for your query, and as a wise loser, we'll be happy to know your performance post these inputs. Thank you.